Next is tea. Tea cultivation is an example of plantation agriculture. It is also an important beverage crop produced in India initially by the British. Today, most of the tea plantations are owned by Indians. The tea plants grow well in tropical and subtropical climates, endowed with deep and fertile, well drained soil, rich in humus and organic matter. Tea bushes require warm and moist frost free climate all throughout the year. Frequent showers, evenly distributed over the year, ensure continuous growth of the tender leaves. So, what are the points that we need to remember if a short note is asked on tea? Mostly, a short note is asked, all right, for the tea plantation. So, first, it is a plantation crop, it is an important beverage crop, it grows in tropical and subtropical climate. It requires deep, well drained, fertile soil rich in humus content and organic matter, and it requires warm and moist free climate, and also requires frequent showers evenly distributed over the year. Do you remember any other crop which had mentioned the same thing, that it requires showers evenly distributed over the years? Think and try to think and remember the name of that crop. All right, let's continue. Tea is a labor intensive industry. All right, it requires abundant, cheap, and skilled labor. Tea is processed within the tea gardens to restore its freshness. Major tea producing states are wherever there are ghats, so we will find tea production, and wherever there are hills and valleys, we will find tea production. Okay, so now let's list down the states. We go to the eastern side: Assam, hills of Darjeeling, then Jalpaiguri district. It's a part of which state? West Bengal. Okay, but it is given separately, mentioned separately, because major tea production goes on in this district and also in the remaining districts of West Bengal. Okay, Tamil Nadu, we come down to the southern side, so it is Tamil Nadu, Kerala, all right, and Andhra Pradesh, all right, and then to the northern side, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, and again to the eastern side, Meghalaya and Tripura. So you can group them together and remember. So Assam, hills of Darjeeling, then Meghalaya and Tripura, then you go to the lower eastern side, and that is Jalpaiguri district, West Bengal. Go to the southern side, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Andhra, and go to the northernmost side, Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand. Okay, so these are the states which you have to remember. In 2016, India was the second largest producer of tea after China. Next beverage crop is coffee. Indian coffee is known in the world for its good quality. The Arabic variety, initially brought from Yemen, is produced in the country. This variety is in great demand all over the world. Initially, its cultivation was introduced on the Baba Budan hills, and even today, its cultivation is confined to the Nilgiri in Karnataka, Kerala, and Tamil Nadu. Let's listen or hear to the short story of coffee production in India on the next slide. This particular slide, you can see the Baba Budan Hills and the Nilgiri Hills. Well, let's begin with that short story how coffee came to India and how the hills got the name Baba Budan. Alright, coffee came to India well before the East India Company introduced it in the Indian state, alright, in India, through an Indian Sufi saint named Baba Budan, who, while returning from a pilgrimage from Mecca, smuggled 7 coffee beans by hiding them in his beard from Yemen to Mysore in India. He planted them on the Chandragiri hills. Now, these hills are named after this saint as Baba Budan Giri. Giri means hills. Where are those hills? In Chikmagaluru district in Karnataka. Alright, so from that time onwards, coffee has been growing in Karnataka state on the Baba Budan hills. Alright, in Chikmagaluru. Next, we are going to discuss are the horticulture crops. In 2016, India was the second largest producer of fruits and vegetables in the world after China. Horticulture is related to fruits and vegetables. India is producer of tropical as well as a temperate fruits. Mangoes of Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Uttar Pradesh and West Bengal, oranges of Nagpur and Cherrapunji, which is Meghalaya, banana of Kerala, Mizoram, Maharashtra and Tamil Nadu, lychee and guava of Uttar Pradesh and Bihar, pineapple of Meghalaya, grapes of Andhra Pradesh, Telangana and Maharashtra, apples, pears, apricots and walnuts of Jammu and Kashmir and Himachal Pradesh are in great demand all over the world. India is an important producer of pea, cauliflower, onion, cabbage, tomato, brinjal, and potato. So, along with the fruits, India is an important producer of green peas, cauliflower, onion, cabbage, tomato, brinjal, and potato. So you can list down the names of the vegetables along with the variety of fruits that most of the state grow. So over here you can list the common states for most of the fruits and you can remember those states. All right. On this slide, we are going to discuss about non-food crop. There is only one non-food crop given in our textbook, that is rubber. Rubber is an equatorial crop, but under special conditions, it is also grown in tropical and subtropical areas. It requires moist and humid climate with rainfall of more than 200 centimeters and temperature above 25 degrees Celsius. Rubber is an important industrial raw material. It is mainly grown in Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, and Andaman and Nicobar Islands and Garo Hills of Meghalaya. As it is an equatorial crop, so the region which is near to the equator, Indian part which is near to the equator, those states have rubber plantations. So those states are Kerala, Tamil Nadu and Karnataka and Andaman and Nicobar Islands, and they have also mentioned in special conditions it is under special condition it also grows in tropical and subtropical areas. So Meghalaya, Garo Hills of Meghalaya, so rubber grows in the subtropical part too, and so it is the Garo Hills of Meghalaya. So what are the points that we have to remember? It's an equatorial crop. It can grow in tropical and subtropical areas too. It requires moist and humid climate, rainfall more than 200 centimeters, temperature above 25 degrees Celsius. It grows well in Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Andaman and Nicobar Islands and Garo Hills of Meghalaya. It is an important industrial raw material.